Juan-o's world.
My baby mama trippin', she been going through my phone. Tired of me cheating, I can't leave these hoes alone. Hella pics, hella tips on my cash app. It's like, hold up a minute, every time that I'm in it, got the whole room spinning. Can't explain how I'm feeling all day. I've been sipping. Do you love how I lick it? She like, hold up a minute.
You about to make
What up though, YouTube? Thanks to all my subscribers. I appreciate y'all messing with a player, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all tuning in. We're gonna be elevating the channel. It's gonna be some learning experiences, but y'all watch me as we grow. But dig this here, like right now, I'm making it a point not to make no videos on this, but I do feel an obligation to say something to let you know a little bit more insight on me. This whole election, I think this has been the dirtiest game of pool I ever seen on both sides. Now, this whole thing of Kamala Harris, she's a nice looking woman, yeah. Does she speak well? Yeah, she's a great debater. She has nice hair. She's funny. She's personable. She's obviously accomplished. I have no problems with this lady as a person per se. I cannot bash her. I will not bash her. You get me? It's nothing for me to really bash her about. What I know about Kamala Harris is she was the border czar, the vice president. And I don't know if you've been looking at the border, but it's bad. Right here on my paper, or here on my table, it's a paper where the state trying to verify my classification of my ownership over certain properties. Basically, they want to protest some of my tax credits on my property. They want to protest my homestead tax credit. No big deal, but then it is a big deal because this same state that's trying to protest one of my tax credits is the same state that's giving away shelter to illegal immigrants. Who allowed that? The border czar. Who's continuing to allow that? The Biden administration. And this plan that they gave us to stop the flow of migrants, they authorizing over 5,000 a day to come in. For what? For what? We having problems. We unemployed. We don't have enough money. There is not enough government and city services for us. Now, the state of Michigan wasn't hit as bad as Chicago and stuff like that because Detroit had a lot of open and abandoned properties and things like that, and they moved right in them. Now, me, if I go take over a house and fix it up, I'm gonna have to have a court battle for that house, and I still stand the chance of the city just giving me back my money that I spent paying off the taxes and the debts of the house. But these migrants, bank can't push them out. City can't push them out. They unblight that house, it's theirs. And they taking full advantage of it. I'm a citizen. Now I can do that, but it don't work the same for me once I list that address. That's fucked up. I got a problem with that. I got a problem with these wars that we in, these proxy wars that we in, that Trump avoided and Biden jumped right in and funded. I have a hard time believing that you're gonna take away Biden and give me Kamala with all of the same moving pieces and parts and ideas around them, and I get different results. I have a problem with sexuality being put over humanity. This young lady or older lady, old tender, this old tender, because she is kind of sexy to Juan-o. This old tender says she's not going to do anything for black people specifically. But I watched this same administration do things specifically for the Jewish, for the Israelis, for the Ukrainians, for the LGBT, ABC, LOQs. The list goes on and on. Not only did they make law for these people, a lot of them got funding. They changed policies for these people. The whole way our insurance work now is different so they can be married. So me and my woman could be together for 20 years and just not want to get married, but I can't put her on my insurance even though we got kids together and all of that shit. But me and Frank could walk down the aisle, or we ain't even gotta walk down the aisle. We can go to the courthouse, spend a hot $125, $150, and shit, he could be all on my benefits. What kind of sick ass shit is this? Sadly, Kamala supports all of this, so I can't support her. It's sad to see all of these things happening at our detriment, and other older black people asking me to support my detriment. I've been dealing with racism my whole life. You know what I know about racism? It can't affect me if I don't let it. Somebody who takes the time to be racist is gonna open the door for so much other opportunity. It's not gonna be funny. Racism creates more opportunity than it takes away, to be honest with you. It creates jobs and all type of shit. Do I like racism? No, but it's a fact of America. Shit, I'm racist. I have a job that a black man wasn't allowed to have to 67. But the job been here since 1897. Think about that. But I go to work every day happily and take care of my family with that money. A lot of us black people are in this situation. So to allow someone's rhetoric or their dog whistling to make you look past that y'all got common interests is insanity. I don't have to agree with somebody how somebody thinks. I don't have to agree with what they do. I don't have to agree with what they said. But if I'm going somewhere and you going somewhere, and the first 5 places you going to, I'm going to too. I'm really trying to get there, and you already going there. Why the fuck wouldn't I ride with you? I could jump off this train when I need to, or while I'm riding there with you, I might convince you to go here with me. Stay here. Don't go there. Don't go that far, Trump. But what's important to me is not going to war, because I don't want my sons in that shit. I don't want my nephews in that shit. What's important to me is these migrants, because if war is imminent, having people we don't know living in our neighborhoods, we don't know who they are, what they got, what they brung, is dangerous. And for people like D.L. Hughley to look past that is crazy. I'm watching all of these black people blindly support some bullshit. Like, yo, we in the middle of 3 different proxy wars. We're on the verge of World War III. This is not the time for identity politics. We got all of these criminals and strangers. We just let in 20 million of these motherfuckers. They all over. Look at what they doing in New York. Look at what they doing in New York. They fucking up the financial system in Chicago. It's over, depleted. They on the verge of bankruptcy. Chicago don't own its parking meters. It don't own all them toll roads or the highways. What the fuck happens to a city like Chicago if it go bankrupt? I'm from Detroit. We went bankrupt. It was bad, but Detroit owns its roads. Detroit owns its parks. As a matter of fact, Detroit leased out a couple parks that we still get to use for some of the money it needed. It was able to use its assets to rebuild its city. These other cities don't have fucking assets. They don't have water like we do. They don't have parks and bridges and tunnels and shit like we do. Somebody else that doesn't even live in America own that shit. So it's like, why would we keep doing that? The Democrats allow all these Saudi Arabian companies and shit to buy the bridges and roads in these cities. Ridiculous. I can't rock with it. And on the last note, telling me somebody is black is offensive. Slavery in the world ended long before it ended in America. So, do you know what a black person is? I'll tell you. A black person was created by collections of all the greatest slaves. They used to have these things called breeding houses, where they would bring their brightest, their tallest, their strongest, their this, their that, their all-star slaves to breed with specific kinds of women. So they got specific kinds of kids. We are those kids. Don't tell me a Jamaican is black, because every time I talk to a Jamaican, they say they're Jamaican. They don't identify with us at all. Never have. I have Jamaican friends. We've never cross-identified. They never allowed it. As a matter of fact, they look at us a little less than because we allowed colonization to the degree we did. And they did not. The same thing with the Haitians, the same thing with the Africans. I have been playing for Tazillions and Zillions for 20 years. I like natural hair women, and I will get your braids did. Yeah, that I'll pay for. That weave, I will not. I've never been treated properly by any of those guys. Even though I was in the establishment, presentable, professional, spending money on my family. They never identify with me. They never engage in true conversation with me. So, for your benefit, I'm not gonna allow you to say that they're one of me. They not fucking one of me. They was not created in the breeding houses of North Carolina, motherfucker. They was not. They're not black. They're not. You never see a Haitian mistakenly get killed by the fucking police outside of New York. Same thing with a Jamaican outside of New York. You don't see no black LGBT niggas getting killed by police, do you? So don't tell me who the fuck is black, because I know who's black, the police know who's black, and the niggas killing niggas know who's black. And all three of us only fucking with each other. And ain't nobody fucking with us. So don't tell me she's black with an Indian mother and a Jamaican father. Bitch, please. Fuck out of here. What, you think a Jamaican would let me call myself Jamaican? No, under no circumstances. Neither would a Haitian, neither would an African. We are totally cut off from everything that we ever was. And we built us. We built us. We built us. Who the fuck gives anyone the power to be a part of us that's not a part of us? You could come to the barbecue. We don't give a fuck. Eat. I don't even want to be here. But you'll never be one of us. Never. You ain't even cut right. You don't even talk right. None of it. And if America ever put a real black person in that position, it'll be some changes. And reparations will be talked about. And that's how I know you're not black. You don't have it in your soul. You don't have that robbery in your soul. It ain't in you. So you ain't black, because you don't feel robbed. You ain't black. Now, I'm not gonna allow them robbing me to make me live a subpar life. I'm not running in the victim Olympics. But I'm not about to lie. Nigga, I know I was robbed. That's where the hunger come from. They didn't rob me specifically. They robbed the first nigga with this face. Generations ago. DNA carries memory. You think I don't carry around his robbery in my heart? The fuck? Tell me somebody black. I'm dark skinned. You know how much shit I had to hear about being black? And you just gonna give it to a motherfucker? Nigga, please, I paid for this. Bullet holes in me, stab wounds. Fuck out of here, man. We out.